Welcome to another Steelman podcast. Today is going to be just me and Adam. Yes, finally, the other one's gone. Woo! But we got more news and everything for you, so let's get right on it. Okay, so we're getting right on into it. Let's start it here. Okay, first story. I think we should start with the Masters.
Steelers. The Masters.
Yeah,
Okay,
did you hear?
Matsuyama.
Yeah, 24-year-old
One by one
second. He
shot.
made it a game
One
at the
shot.
end.
Yeah, because he wasn't doing as much, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was one point. He had a great lead, but then he started playing conservative because he has a lead.
Yeah.
Ended up winning anyway, so it's not like you can be like, "Oh, that sucked because you did that."
No, he did pretty well, and he's the first person, I believe, from Japan to win it.
Yes. That is what Jim Nance said, I believe. Credit to Jim Nance.
Credit to Jim Nance. Yeah.
And Tony Romo in the... No, Tony Romo didn't do that. Could you imagine him calling the Masters, though?
Oh, Tony Romo. And for some reason, he's using a cover two strategy here and trying to pick apart the hole. And he seems to have run up the gut with the shot.
Aggressiveness. You got to have the aggressiveness for Matsuyama. He's got to get that. Oh my. That'd be pretty funny.
Here, he's lining up the shot. And, oh my gosh, a hole in one. Oh, no.
That video of when soccer and golf announcers switched up.
And here he is lining up the hole.
He's got a good target. He's going to make it score.
Ah! And here we are today. He's lining up the shot and puts it right in the back of the net. Beautiful goal by Ronaldo there. Oh, imagine we just commentated a whole, like, we got on here, did a live stream, and commentated a whole, like, soccer match going, and today the Champions League final has begun.
It'd be the most boring thing ever, but
that would be funny.
I mean, we could put a little more excitement into the game of soccer that people seem to be lacking.
I know. Seem to be lacking.
We need to have a weekly soccer recap, energetic.
And today, we're here with the soccer.
Let us know in the comments down below. Hockey, football, what do you want for recaps?
What are you up for?
You know what? I heard something interesting. Going to NFL on the Jaguars front, Trevor Lawrence, 99.9% chance. They already gave him the playbook. And he's like, they're acting like he's a part of the team already, I heard.
I'm pretty sure once
no debate. He's going number one.
Yeah.
It's going to absolutely blow everyone's mind if he doesn't go number one.
All of a sudden he doesn't go number one. They pick Zach Wilson.
Ooh. I mean, I don't know.
They're like, oh yeah, you wanted to go number one? Yeet! Nope.
And then there's
it's not gonna happen.
Like, when are you gonna get the Bengals?
Yeah.
Are they gonna take offensive tackle? They get Sewell, if I'm saying that right, or they're gonna get someone like Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Everyone saw that meme type thing of the guy who wants them to pick Sewell over Chase, Jamar Chase. I know there are a lot of debates going on, and will a team like Washington football team, who has Ryan Fitzpatrick as their presumptive starter in 2021, will they find a way to trade up for one of those top QBs? Maybe if Justin Fields falls a little, because people are saying that might happen.
I did hear something about Steelers. I believe they were trying to trade up a little bit more. I heard about that, trying to trade up. Yeah. I heard something. They were trying to trade for a higher spot or something like that. That's what I heard. So, but I know they released James Conner, and he is now on Cardinals.
They didn't release him.
Oh, they didn't.
He just was in free agency.
Oh, okay.
It was the end of the rookie contract. End of the rookie contract.
Yeah.
To be honest, pretty cheap deal for him. I think the Steelers had definitely enough cap to bring it back.
Yeah, but
they didn't want
him. I mean, they need a new running back.
They have to pick a running back. They have to pick a running back.
Even with James Conner, they would have had to pick a running back anyway.
I mean, yeah, but you could have waited till maybe second, third, but right now, first or second, it's pretty much got to be running back.
Yep.
Or the running game's not going to be there. You don't have any quality backs to start. I mean, you got what? Benny Snell.
Benny Snell, yeah.
And Anthony McFarland Jr. right now is your backs. Mm-hmm. That's not going to get it done. Yeah. Now adding Najee Harris. Etienne. Or I think it's Etienne. Yeah. Or the North Carolina guy.
Yeah.
That will help. All probably going in first or second round.
Yep.
I don't see any reason why the Steelers would not draft Najee Harris. Like, why would you pass on Najee Harris if you
It also depends on who Dolphins
maybe they find a way to trade up.
Dolphins are kind of the team that you have to watch because they have 4 picks in the first round and I believe like 3 or 4 picks in the second.
Yeah, and remember they went to like the 6th pick.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they're going to be going receiver there. There's always the chance they go offensive tackle again, get into some support. Not much thinking defense here. It's wide receiver, offensive tackle. Bengals and Dolphins pretty much the same. So like the Dolphins, if the Bengals stay at 5, it's probably just a matter of who the Bengals pick for the Dolphins. You know, to be honest.
And to be honest, Bengals really need. And I know I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't say they shouldn't. Like neglect the wide receiver spot. But to be honest, they need a good offensive line to protect Joe Burrow, especially after that knee injury. You need to protect your quarterback. So I think they need to really focus on that O-line.
I think O-line would definitely be a smart move.
Is their priority.
And the reason why everyone's so focused on Ja'Marr Chase is because they played together at LSU. And they're like, it's just perfect. It's going to be perfect together. Mm-hmm. But sometimes those things don't always translate to the NFL. Obviously, we don't know how good Sewell is going to be. We expect them both to do good, but who knows as of now.
And to be honest,
and I mean, there's wide receivers normally a depth thing. Like you can get a pretty good wide receiver in the second round, especially with how high the Bengals are drafted in there. It's essentially like a late first round pick for them.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. And remember, they still have T. Higgins from last year. So.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, what are we saying for Colts here? What is Colts move? Because I know they have a pretty big team coming into this year. I know they have Carson Wentz. Seeing how he works out, but right now I'm like, who are they gonna go for? Are they gonna go up for some defensive players, some offensive players? Maybe try to snag a quarterback to back up Carson Wentz here, or are they? What are they gonna try to do with this? Because that's the interesting team to me, because it's like they got the wide receivers. I believe they got the O-line. They got a pretty good defense. They got a solid defense coming into this year, it looks like. And all they really need is like a solid quarterback. And if Carson Wentz can be that, maybe just try to get a backup. Or do they go for like solidifying some of the offensive linemen, some of the wide receivers, some defensive players like that? That's kind of like, that's the one team I want to watch for, because they're going to be the one that confuses me the most.
And on that front, that is interesting. But they could even trade down. Yeah. Looking at the Colts there, some needs, because they have the Pittman there.
Yep.
They just re-signed. Trying to think of the name, blanking out for a minute. Their top wide receiver,
T.Y. Hilton.
Yes, they re-signed T.Y. Hilton. Their offensive line, probably the best in the league.
Yeah.
If there's a position on the offensive line and there's a good guy there, I don't know why you wouldn't just make it even better. No one's going to touch Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you got a guy like Micah Parsons coming down for defense from Penn State, if he drops a little, which some people think he might, just because of like off the field attitude issues, a lot of people have him going to the Broncos. I think that'd be a good fit. But I don't see why the Colts wouldn't pick him there.
Yeah.
Let me see what I'm going to look up a mock draft right now.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, with a lot of these things, you got to also think about like what moves are Cardinals making, because they got J.J. Watt off this offseason. They got James Conner, which we don't know with James Conner. Probably not going to do too well like Le'Veon Bell. I mean, he has had an off year this last year. Maybe he comes back stronger, but I don't know. I definitely
think he's going to do better than Bell did in New York. New York.
Yeah. He just wasn't doing too much this year. That's all I have to say. He wasn't.
And you gotta think about the injuries too.
Yeah.
Because he did get injured quite often.
Yeah. So
it was the Steelers. But think about this: James Conner hasn't played in a football team outside of like Pennsylvania for his entire life.
Yeah, Pitt, and
born in Pennsylvania, so all the youth teams, went to Pitt, the Steelers. So this is actually his first time
out of Pittsburgh.
outside of
the bird.
Pennsylvania playing,
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, it also kind of like this kind of like a lot of his injuries kind of sums up his like college thing with the cancer and everything. So
yeah, I mean for the. Yeah,
I think he'll fight through it, and I think he'll pull through. I think he'll be a decent running back for the Cardinals at this point. I mean, they got, and if they really, I think they'll use him if they really need to. But they got the Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins connection right there. I mean, you get a few other.
Gosh. Their offense is so stacked. I think
it's moi. It's moi.
You don't need a wide receiver. You don't really need a running back now. No QB. I'm thinking offensive line or maybe someone on that defense.
Yeah.
I don't know about quarterback. Patrick Peterson left in free agent quarterback a little, but that's going to be great for James Conner because he's not going to be the feature back,
Yeah, that's
it's going to be like he's going to split time. It's going to be him and Chase Edmonds splitting time, dual threat essentially. So it's not just going to be him just running down throats at people, like playing almost every snap, getting tired, They're not going to need him like the Steelers tried to keep using him.
Yeah.
They'll probably have a better plan with him because him and Chase Edmonds are two different types of running backs, I think. James Conner is definitely more of a power running back.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think what Steelers needed to do was they needed a whole different playbook at times because there was
and that's what the offensive coordinator, the new offensive coordinator, is going to do that.
Well, let's see. He brings in some new moves. If he, and I hope he'll understand his players some better, so that he'll know what to run. He'll know what the other team is, but he'll also play to the strengths of the team and not just force them just to do that. Because a lot of the strengths for the wide receivers with the Steelers is you give Ben time in the pocket and you give those wide receivers time to get up. That's like connections all over the board.
Yep.
When he goes up for long balls, you're less worried than when he actually throws it short. You're more worried about him throwing it into the defensive line when Ben throws it short, rather than him chucking it down to Washington, Juju, Claypool, or Johnson on that thing. Oh, I think we lost him for a little bit, boys. Oh, he back. He back.
Something happened. I don't know. You just froze there for a second. Maybe it was my issue.
Yeah, that's my thing. Kind of like that, because a lot of the things for Steelers was a lot of the kind of big throws, gets those touchdowns quickly, kind of does that, but they didn't really play to the strength of him power running, like James Conner power running, and they really didn't. I think with that 4th and 1 situation, most of the times you kind of were iffy about it because they didn't do it right sometimes, and it was just kind of okay then. They kind of went up the gut. They didn't kind of do some out routes. I mean, so we'll see how the new offensive coordinator does.
And I think the big problem with the Steelers this offseason is everyone was they don't have enough money to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But just today they re-signed Josh Dobbs, the 4th-string QB, good bit, and Vince Williams. Oh. After they released him, he was a cap casualty. They re-signed Vince Williams. They re-signed Cam Sutton, who did pretty well last year. But they did have to release Steve Nelson, so maybe. I mean, they have Justin Lane.
Yeah.
Probably going to be 3rd string.
Yep.
The needs I'm looking at, I think the Steelers really need to go for a running back, as we've talked about.
Yes, that's a big need right now.
Offensive line. That's going to be a big need.
Offensive line, yes, that's very. Center is very important for them right now because Pouncey retired, and I mean the rookie did pretty good last year, but he wasn't. He doesn't have the same push as Pouncey does. So, I mean, so he's sitting under Pouncey. It was good for him to sit under him, get a few things. Maybe he'll put him in. He'll have that push this year, And I mean, if he works out, Hightower works out, that's also good. I mean, Hightower was looking good this year too. Or is it Highsmith? Sorry, Highsmith.
Highsmith, yeah. I was like,
wrong. I'm like, sorry, wrong name. I'm trying to think of it.
Towards the end of the year, yes. Definitely
Highsmith is looking good. So I
think you really need to address on the offensive side, running back and offensive line. Defensive side, cornerback's not like too bad.
Yeah.
But maybe as you look into the later rounds, if there's some guy there, cornerback.
As you can tell, we have a cornerback.
And they can still turn out good.
Yeah.
But maybe someone in that interior lineman, edge rusher, replace Bud Dupree.
Yeah.
Again, we only have middle linebacker is not too bad because you got Devin Bush.
Yeah.
Vince Williams is back now. Yeah. And Robert Spillane. They're both real good. So there's really only a couple issues, really. And then some people think Steelers might draft a QB. Personally, I'm fine with them not drafting a QB this year.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins. Let's see what they can do.
I think we start giving that like I know Ben's good and all, but I think what we do is like we start giving the other quarterbacks a chance because I know it's like Ben where if they stick with Ben, it won't be too many years, but if they can start getting in the younger guys in, start feeling them out, see how they work with the offenses, maybe they can start building an offense a little bit around them to give them a better view of it, like some plays and stuff, special plays and stuff. I'm thinking if they can get that going this year, that might be good for them. Like to start getting Rudolph in, maybe Dwayne Haskins Jr. in a little bit. Maybe if Dwayne Haskins gets his act together and becomes the quarterback he was meant to be when he was drafted, maybe we won't have to worry about Rudolph. And I mean, I like Rudolph and all, but it's like he's still iffy. He's kind of on the edge right now.
I thought he played really good in that Browns game.
Yes.
At the end of the year last year.
Yeah.
And what the Steelers can do to see, sprinkle in a young quarterback for a play or two. Yeah. Like they did with Josh Dobbs in that Cleveland game where week 17 last year, they let Dobbs take, some rushes or a throw every now and then. Yeah. See what they can both do. I mean, they did way better than they did in the playoff game with all those guys out.
Yeah. And to be honest, if you sprinkle in some guys here and there, seeing how it works, maybe you can build off of that. Maybe you start putting them in a little bit more. Maybe create like you use kind of the same plays, except maybe do different play like it similar. If they can do slants for more, like throw better like a bullet blast and stuff, and it's also a different look at quarterback because I know Ben's really good at throwing deep and. Not sure about short right now. I mean,
and it's going to be tougher on the defenses if those quarterbacks can do something, because they're only going to be planning for Ben.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you sprinkle in a little Dwayne
Haskins, Dobbs every now and then.
Yeah.
They're going to have to and those can be big plays.
Wait, who are we?
Those can be big plays. And it's essentially almost like a trick play because the defense has no idea what's happening. Like they can't, they might study him a little.
Yeah.
But it's not as in-depth as like Ben.
Yeah.
They'd study him like in the pocket and stuff.
Yeah. There's a couple other teams I wanted to actually go over this year. I wanted to go over Bills then because I thought that was a thing and I wanted to talk about
there's
Tampa
one
Bay
team
Buccaneers.
I would like to talk about too. Arizona Cardinals.
Oh yeah, Arizona Cardinals.
I don't know if we want to start with that one or Bills or whatever.
Let's start with the Arizona Cardinals. Let's start off with that.
Okay. So the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh, this is a big one. They are making moves already. So
to be monsters this year, I think.
Yeah.
The amount of production what they did last year, and what they're bringing in this year, in addition to everything they did last year, it's just gonna be. They might be my favorites in the NFC.
Yep.
Buccaneers.
Definitely in the NFC, to be honest.
Buccaneers, Cardinals, maybe Rams.
Maybe Giants can maybe pull out a few picks here and come out.
Giants and football team.
Yeah.
I don't see them going far in the playoffs yet.
But I think they can start challenging some teams. Like they're not
maybe divisional round.
Yeah. They're not playoff team yet. but they're getting there. They're building now.
Not like deep runs, but they're pretty soon in a year or two. We might start thinking next year at this time, we'll be like, oh man, Daniel Jones with the progression and what they had in their receiver core and their defense and all this. Like, they're going to be the next, right now, that's Arizona.
Yeah, that's definitely Arizona right now. And I mean, if they can get a few good offensive, like if they need some offensive linemen, get a couple offensive linemen, maybe another wide receiver with DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know if they want to do that or not. I mean, they're looking pretty good on that aspect. Really, I think they really need to focus on his defense. And I know they brought in J.J. Watt, but I think you need a backup for him, and I think you need to bring in some bigger pieces in there for later. But that's kind of my take on the situation with that.
Sorry if I look up every now and then. There are birds just flying left and right into their nests up here.
Yeah, so,
but their defense. Yeah. Defense, yes. That's something they probably need to. Oh my gosh, these freaking birds. Defense is something. Yes. That is what. Yes. Defense. I don't know if necessarily backup for JJ is what you're looking at.
I know, yeah.
But that's probably not the most pressing need.
Mm-hmm.
Just how durable he is.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's definitely not.
I'm saying it's like it's an aspect to look at. I mean,
personally, I don't know too much about their defense. Like, I'd have to look at the roster and see who's on it and stuff to make a decision on what they really need to do. That's it. Yeah. That's all I have for them.
Next team, Buccaneers.
First team to freaking birds. Okay. First team
birds
to bring back all 22 starters from the Super Bowl. I'm going to keep this up here. First team to bring back all 22 starters from the Super Bowl. Well, win, I guess.
Wait, so Kansas City didn't bring almost all back theirs? How many did they bring back?
I mean, it's all theirs. Not like Buccaneers have all the starters, defense and offense. Normally, after Super Bowl, you got some guys in contract years, and they're like, I want to get money, Got to get the money. And, the one guy I know was Newski, maybe? He went to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Offensive tackle didn't do so well, but he was on the Chiefs. Super Bowl winning team. They cut him. The Steelers cut him. He went back to the Chiefs. Middle of the year, went right back to another Super Bowl.
Yeah. Come on, Steelers. Could have had him come to a Super Bowl. No, I'm kidding. They would have lost to Bills. Bills are pretty.
Bills? Yeah, I think the AFC East is going to be a very
tight one this year.
Interesting division.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than the Jets.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to go over this because I kind of like these Bills the way they're looking right now. The way they're looking up here. I'm liking the Josh Allen and what's his name?
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs connection there. I think that's gonna really help him. But I also like the aspect that Josh Allen not only can throw, but he can run. So, in an aspect of where he will, if you really need him, you run him 10 yards just to get the first down and then reconsider and then start, throw it or toss it. And I think that's, the big, weapon for
that's crazy.
Buffalo Bills. And then you got White on the defense. I can't remember his first name.
White.
Yeah.
I know Buccaneers is Devin White. On the defense.
Yeah, I can't remember the I know it's White. I can't remember, but it's their best.
They do have Edmonds on the defense. He's really good.
Yeah, but
one of the three brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Tremaine, Terrell. I think it's Tremaine on there.
I'm thinking.
I mean,
with the Bills, they're kind of the team that needs to upgrade a few here and there spots. I think I don't know for certain which spots those are, but I know if they get those spots down and the in the AFC what is it in versus the Chiefs, it was the AFC Championship. they just didn't look good, and I think that was all because of the play calling of the offensive coordinator. Because there was
sorry,
he's distracted by the birds, boys.
Back, so I was investigating.
Yeah,
this is very okay. Continue.
Okay, so so I think like the play calling needs to get a lot better there, because in that chip, well, I mean, they did really well up until that like championship, and then that was where they kind of fell off, because I mean, Kansas City did the same exact thing like 3 times. They got a touchdown off of it. It's just a little shovel pass to Kelsey, and Kelsey made that whole like Bills team look stupid. To be honest, he was the one. He was the thing that the one person they couldn't shut down, and I think that's their weakness across there, because they can. I think they can't really like keep with the tight ends underneath. So the underneath routes, they need to watch those a little more. And I think because they shut down Hill like perfectly in that game, but they could not shut down Travis Kelce, or like the tight ends gave him troubles that year. So they need to really focus on that, I believe, that aspect. That's just my thoughts on the team.
Well, I found out what the birds are doing. They're building a nest, and that's why they keep leaving and coming back. There are other bird nests. I'm the bird investigator.
The bird investigator here with Adam.
Okay, so I didn't hear most of the Bills thing. Yeah. So sorry if I'm repeating or saying something totally stupid from what you said. But my thoughts on the Bills is that they're going to be very good.
Yeah, they're always going to
be. They're definitely going to challenge the Chiefs, and I think they might be the favorites in the AFC, because you got the game plan from the Buccaneers on how you can beat Mahomes.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Chiefs stay like how they were, don't really change much. I know they're probably are, but like you use that as a baseline. That what the Buccaneers did to Mahomes and them.
Yeah.
You use that, and you can stop them pretty good.
Yeah.
And then it's all about Josh Allen. Can the offense
do
something against that
Josh
Chiefs
Allen, Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, definitely. And I know they tried to get Rob Gronkowski, actually. And he said, no, I want to stay with Tom.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting. Had to bring that up for a little.
I mean, they tried. They tried.
Yeah. It was never going to happen.
Yeah.
They're just like, hey, you want to come to Buffalo?
See,
very possible.
The way it's looking right now is it might be somehow Cardinals versus Bills. Could we see
that's
that
right now? That's what I think it definitely could be.
But we all know Dolphins can make moves. Dolphins have like so many opportunities yet.
The
to make
draft
tons of
capital.
Moves. The draft is going to be the
leap from like to MVP like that, you know.
Yeah, this is the draft is going to be the telltale of who goes, who doesn't. But I know we're stuck on football, but let's go to football. And see, so MLS has in preseason right now. They started March 8th. I don't exactly know when they start their season, but we have a little thing to discuss here. Adam sent me this the other day, and it's ENPA's power rankings. ESPN's power rankings on jerseys. So let's bring this up here. I got it already.
He's gonna put. Oh yeah.
We got it already and up here for you boys. So
we
got number one. So we're just gonna go through it. We're gonna see who's all on this thing, and we are going to totally debunk how bad this is and how they cannot figure out how to even write rank
the jerseys. Yeah.
So we're gonna rate the jerseys on our own thing. But first up is Philadelphia Union with an ugly.
Put that at the bottom.
A pretty good looking jersey that's blue and yellow. I don't know why you would go with those colors.
One.
Why?
Why don't you show them the headline real quick?
Okay,
just
hold
so you can see that.
And here we are with ESPN's 2021 MLS Jerseys Power Rankings. Philadelphia captures the lightning in the bottle. Seattle hits a right note.
Well,
very funny allusions to the Philly and Seattle jerseys.
In 2021, Major League Soccer season just days away, but fans across the US and Canada have been getting hyped for the campaign through the rollout brand new kits. And there's 2017s in the league have released the latest duds. Well, that explains why this is a dud, but okay. We have poured over every square inch of this year's threads and bring you the years of MLS jersey power rankings. Well, if you agree with us, you already know this is all screwy wrong. You didn't look over at all. You went, oh yeah, Philadelphia Union, put them up top. Seattle Sounders, new ugly looking jersey, put them there.
I mean, to be honest, it's like they just hit the random button in the rankings. Like, oh, good. Like,
okay, so we have Philadelphia Union number one. Okay, so we're just going to go through it real quick. We're going to go through it. So we have LA Galaxy number 2 here. We have Chicago Fire, which I actually kind of like here. We got Vancouver Whitecaps.
Ooh, that's pretty nice, actually.
Yeah. We got Seattle Sounders FC. What the heck?
I do not like that one at all.
Let's continue. FC Dallas. Cincinnati FC. FC Cincinnati. Why do we have to put the FC in front of Cincinnati? That makes me angry. Colorado Rapids.
It's like a golf.
Hold on, just wait till I get to one. New York Red Bulls.
I like that one.
CF Montreal, that looks pretty cool.
Ooh.
Sporting Kansas City. Oh, we're not there yet. Inter Miami CF.
That one's pretty good.
Pretty good. I mean, if you really look at it, I'm gonna stay here for a little bit, but if you look close, do you see the roses? Do you see that rose? It's a very faint design. You're gonna have to look. We'll look at it later. But LAFC, Atlanta United FC. Oh well, let's look at it. Let's look okay. Atlanta United FC.
That's okay.
Oh, and it's the new one, Austin FC. My team. Let's go. Minnesota United FC. Nashville FC. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Orlando City FC, and it's just kind of there. Okay, we're getting to Manchester City. Yeah. Wait. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. New York City FC. Real Salt Lake.
That's
DC United.
Okay.
Columbus Crew.
That one's okay. Not my favorite.
San Jose Earthquakes.
Houston.
FC Dynamo FC. Sorry, at this point I'm expecting to see CSFC, Houston Dynamo FCSC. I don't really care at this point. Portland Timbers, Toronto FC, and we got New England Revolution.
Yeah.
So
I can see what New England.
First thoughts is stop copying the freaking Premier League. You're not there. You're never going to be there. You're not going to get there. Get off the bandwagon. Become your own league and stop going close to even anything that looks like any of the jerseys in Premier League. Just my suggestion, because I would rather see like totally different jerseys than that. But hey, that's my thought on this one. But so let's go up to number 1 and explain why this is totally the wrong choice to go for number 1.
I think I would rank that last, to be honest.
Okay, so to be honest, this really is last. This ugly. Is dead freaking last on my list.
So bad.
Do you want to know why? Because it's the baby blue with the yellow and then the lightning strikes.
Yeah.
Just if they left the lightning strikes off of it, it would be good. And they did like stripes or something. Like maybe do like a zigzag stripes or something like that. But just the colors, no.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
I mean, LA Galaxy just the colors don't. Why? What is this blue? Like I can see the thing. Maybe we do a dark blue here.
Almost.
Yeah, maybe we do like a dark blue and like that, but it's just not my taste.
It's not even like LA Galaxy main colors.
But how is this not first? I
like that one. I think first for me would be the Montreal. I really like the Montreal one.
That's probably my favorite here, though. I like this just the way they have the lines and everything. That looks pretty good. That's pretty high on the list. That's on the higher end for me. Vancouver Whitecaps. You know what I have to say about this team right here? This team knows just keep it plain and simple. That's all I have to say. They know how to keep it plain and simple, and that's a great look for them because I think that's like I haven't seen them play, but I believe if it's like that, I think it just images the team.
That almost looks like hockey jersey right across the chest with that. Yeah.
But I mean, I like the plain and simple look here. I like how it highlights a little bit. It like has something different, but it's just like, yep, we're not gonna do too much here. We're gonna like not hit you in the face with a yellow and blue crap. Why? Why?
I don't like that. Yeah, that's
why. Okay, so
Seattle hits the right now. Like what?
So here, hold on. So you're telling me Seattle is 5th on this list? For that, what does these colors even have to do with Seattle? What? Why? Like, it looks like somebody like, you know, those like how you dip like stuff into like water with paint in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, what it looks like they did. They literally just took it, dipped it in paint, and put everything on it.
Yeah, that's.
Like why? Yeah, no. That's the lower half. Del SC, I kind of like the simplicity, but I think they could have left the polka dots out of it. If you look really close, there's like spots.
Oh, yep, I see that.
Yeah, little like dark red. It's like if they just left it white, I kind of like it. Maybe they fade it like white on top and then blue on bottom, or blue on top and fade it into white. That would have been a better look. You know, FC Cincinnati, I don't have any complaints about this one. I kind of like how they're actually just keeping it simple.
It's okay.
It's okay. I mean, I kind of with that orange and blue that they have, it's very hard to do different designs with the colors. So I think they picked an okay choice here. It's not the best, but it's decent. Yeah. I'm kind of sitting on that one. Why? The color, I don't.
The golf shirt.
Okay, so the most difficult routes in climbing, paying homage to paying homage to exposed piece, telegraph patterns reflect. Oh, there's patterns in there somewhere. Oh, okay. You know what? If you look real close, there's like the weirdest like design on it. I kind of like that now. I kind of like it. It's just why the green. So in 19 so so they actually first came out with the minty green was their technical color back in 1996. Roots with a minty green freshened look with a far richer person than a foot in the photos. So hold on. We gotta go back here. I gotta understand the three that I need to understand. So we got the Bayou kit, lightning bolt set against the blue sky, streaking offense, famous kite experiment at Philadelphia's. Oh, you couldn't have picked any other colors. Hold on.
The baby blue.
Okay, so like I understand it's for the sky. I understand the lightning bolts, but the yellow.
Like maybe a darker blue. I think
they could, like, they have a gold or just black, just plain black.
Like, yeah, that would work.
Like, it would make it so much better. And then Community Strikes get precisely the right note. Galaxy FC fighting for soccer superiority in Los Angeles, recalling a history of black and teal. Oh, okay. I understand this a little bit more now. This is kind of their first colors. You know, we need to read under it, but I mean, just. Why bring it back? Why?
Yeah,
it's not the best.
I do
front, the secondary options. I mean, to be honest, we don't need. Okay. This is okay. This is the story behind the Jimi Hendrix curse. We need to know this before we understand it. So the better than any other on this list, Hendrix is Seattle's native son. The Seattle Sounders blares his version of All Along the Watchtower before every game. Incredible inspirational jersey. The purple psychedelic pattern alludes to the music's greatest album covers and handwriting lyrics straight ahead and printed neck tape. Okay, you know what? The meaning behind is great, but it just looks crap.
No.
Not a soccer jersey. No.
Are we judging on the meaning or like by the jersey itself?
We're judging on the jersey itself. I just wanted to understand the meaning behind this a little bit better because I didn't understand why it's there. But I have to see. Okay, this is probably almost number one for me. This is like probably like second.
I really like that one. I do.
Nice
really
checkers, just nice.
Those two, and the Montreal one.
Yeah, the Montreal one's
really, really nice.
Nice snowflakes there. You got the I can't. I
really
don't
like both of
exactly
them.
remember what thing is this. This is okay. It's decent. It keeps with the feel of their logo. I mean, the stripes could be a little bit thinner, maybe thin stripes up and down a little bit more. Maybe do it up and down because that might look better. I mean,
maybe
it's not bad, not too shabby. Okay, this is the one I want to understand. So the Palma kits are pretty self-explanatory. The palm leaves bordered through the black top, so there is palm leaves in there. Sort of details expecting the club has to design the inspiration to draw from the blue trim inside of the shirt to paying homage to the Bernke Bay National Park, which is a nice feel. So I guess it has just palm trees. Okay, so it's just palms. It's not roses. I thought there was roses, but there's like faintly palm leaves in there. So, okay. Why are we going with heart of gold? Oh, it's gold. Oh, okay. I think the picture on this one is not doing it justice. But it could be just that bad of a gold color. But, I mean, It's simple design. I don't know if it's supposed to be a little bit. Oh, it's a yellow mustard color. That doesn't look okay. Whatever. It looks very light to me, and that's why I'm like kind of confused on this a little bit here. But hey, not too shabby. What do you think on that one?
I like it.
Just works.
I think it's it is very, very, very similar to their other jerseys. Definitely that one jersey.
Yeah.
That's just. I think they were. What this is like an alternate, essentially.
Mm-hmm. This is an alternate.
Okay. I mean, that's okay.
Okay, so this is not an alternate. I believe this is their actual starting jersey. This is because they are just joining the league this year. I believe this is. Yes, first ever kit. Why the stripes? No. Okay, so we okay. I understand the stripes.
I love the logo. I love the logo.
I love the stripes here. But my thing is if you flip it to the back, it's just all black with a number.
Okay.
So I don't understand just the stripes in the front. Carry it all the way onto the back. That's my thing. Minnesota, keeping it plain and simple. I believe the birds here, I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't think so though. So yeah, it's just kind of there's like ripple effects on it. Not too shabby, kind of liking it. This looks nice. Plain, simple, done. That's all I really have to say about that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Ooh.
I'm kind of liking this. They're kind of going with a Premier League style. Like Premier League, a few teams have like that color style. I kind of like the color style with this. Definitely, finally, somebody's starting to like blend some colors here. Like they're starting to take some colors, and it ties in together well. It's not like Man City, skipping that. Okay, so on to Real Salt Lake City. I have no other words other than that looks like Man City. Get off of it. Look at I like the cool design's okay. It's kind of in the middle for me. It's kind of, I think it could be a little higher on here, to be honest. A little higher, not too much.
I'm just on that one.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's an one. They're going with. I can see here they're going with the red, white, and blue. They're DC United. They're kind of going with like that. But I mean,
DC thing, yep.
It's like a marble style jersey, as it says down here.
The White House on the jersey.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be pretty cool?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Why are you saying? Why do we have to compare them to Premier League? We don't. They're not in England. We are our own country. Let's do it our own way. Jeez. Sorry, I'm getting a little heated over this when they say that because it's like, why do you copy other teams? You're your own team. Take it where you want it.
This one's sorry. Okay too.
Oh, okay. So it's inaugural stadium kits takes home the crew set to. I have to say, I kind of like this. I'm not exactly sure what the design is.
That's one of the better ones.
Hold on. It says, hold on. So inaugural stadium, the crew set to open the design with the angular architecture. The relationship between the new stadium and the graphic design feels a bit tremendous, but we are more aggrieved by the fact that Columbus Crew won't have the yellow kit in. And it feels like a big miss. The fact that they had a yellow kit and they won't have it takes away from this jersey.
They aren't having the yellow kit this year.
I know, but okay, I understand. Like that yellow kit was good, but you got to realize that
I like that.
You're changing it every year. There's going to be change every year, so just deal with it. The yellow kit's gone. That solidifies the year that they won this last cup. They had that yellow jersey. It solidifies that team winning that cup. Now your new jerseys, new team, new thing. If they win the cup again, win it in this jersey. There you go. They're on to the next one. You're gonna you're gonna love the jersey that you have a great team in. No teams are gonna like this. They're kind of basing it off of the fact that they won. We like the yellow plane, but I'm just kind of like, I understand it, but we gotta have a new fresh look. They gotta have a new fresh look. Come on, give them that one. Yeah. I mean, simple, plain, done. That's all I gotta say about that one too. That's done. It's just one color.
I just don't think the sponsor really works with that one.
I know, yeah, just kind of intermediate. That.
Like the Minnesota one.
It's a nod to them actually lifting the MLS Cup in 2001. Unfortunately, the most notable design elements in the jersey is the white sleeves and something absent from the 2021 edition. That's because a lot of it's. Oh, so is that white too? Is there like white on the sides? I can't tell. Yeah, because there's like these white sleeves, but well, whatever.
The Houston one, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I like the the branding goes very well with the jersey, and I like the new logo. I'm liking the new logo from them.
Yeah.
Portland Timbers. I mean, to be honest, I like the design, but I think this kind of ruins this design here.
Yeah.
It's like a stitch pattern. But then it kind of just has this here and kind of ruins it a little bit up here, to be honest. So
yeah.
And then this is one of my favorites. I have to say, I like this design.
I like that. Yeah.
The red and black goes well together. And then we have the last team that actually has never changed their logo and has never changed their names, the New England Revolutions. So they have been. Other than Columbus Crew, I mean, Columbus Crew changed their logo, but they at least didn't change their name. But they're the only team that has never changed their logo once or their name, but just their jersey. But it's kind of. Sorry, I had to pop off on that a little bit. I thought we'd come up and end it with this. Okay. So today,
trade deadline, NHL trade deadline just happened Monday. So.
Trades going, Calder.
That's the big thing. I don't know. Is time permitting?
So I have to say, Adam, would you like to take this roast up on New York FC here? Would you like to do the honors today, buddy? Would you like to roast?
No, like Man City.
I know you like Man City, but another team's trying to take your team's the team that you like jersey away from them. Their style. The Man City style. That's what New York FC is doing to that. They're trying to become Man City.
They're
trying to become the Man City of the MLS. What do you feel about that?
They will never be as good as Man City.
Okay. He will roast him. He's gonna go. He's gonna pop off.
No, I don't know too much about them. All I know is that they suck.
So okay,
Probably.
Okay, hold on. Not only is it Man City Baby Blue, but it's Bronx Blue. They named it Bronx Blue. Are you?
Oh my gosh.
Inspired by reveal headed 2015 two jerseys remarkable similar tone stripes. 21 inspired by different users. No, it was inspired by the dang Man City jersey. You literally have to replace. Okay, sorry. Not this year's one. Sorry.
I do think, to be honest.
But look at the blue. The blue.
I do think that Man City is associated with New York City FC.
No. Not Man City. Look at the front of the jersey. Etihad Airways.
They're associated with each other, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The sponsors.
They're like their own kind of, yeah. Well, no, because I know in the they were talking about Messi the one time, and they said there was going to be a deal, like 6-year deal, 3 in Man City, 3 years in New York City FC.
I guess they're connected by brand deals and owners. I think that's how they're connected. The owner might be like the same. Because remember, owners can own different teams. Like they can own 2 different teams.
Okay.
So they might be connected by owners, and that's why they both have the same sponsorship and why they both look the same. But it makes me angry. Like I want to like some of the teams I want to see more from. I want to see more from Seattle Sounders. I understand where they're coming from. Just doesn't translate well into a jersey. Just doesn't translate well. Philadelphia, you messed up with the yellow. That's the thing.
I just don't think it works all together. I don't really care about that meaning though. Like Ben Franklin doing the lightning bolt. I understand that's cool and all.
Yeah, well then let's just put the Liberty Bell on the front of the jersey. Just do that. Put the Liberty Bell.
That would be so much better though, right?
A ding. But then again, their teams I have to say one thing. By the way, Philadelphia Union is exactly like the Liberty Bell. They're just they don't have a whole team put together. They have a whole team put together. They're very good every year, except they just crack up at one point.
Okay.
To be honest, Philadelphia Union needs to do something because they're good. Like they're decent every single year. They just can't pull it together.
Get over the hump.
They can't get over the hump. They can't get through playoffs. That's the thing. They can't get through playoffs. Oh yes, the birdies.
Gosh, freaking birds up there.
And he's scared. Okay. Anything else would you like to talk about? I decided to bring some MLB. We want to talk about MLB. Nothing really going on there too much.
It's the MLB.
MLB.
News. The Pirates are ranked last in the power rankings, yet beat the number 2 power ranked team yesterday, 8-2-4. And right now they're winning 1-0 against the pitcher. Mind you not, Joe Musgrove. They traded Joe Musgrove this past offseason. You know what he does with the Padres? He throws a no-hitter against the Texas Rangers, albeit the Texas Rangers are a horrible team. But still.
See, imagine this. Imagine
nothing.
I have a thing. So I saw this ad, DraftKings Sportsbook.
Yeah.
The app. They're like, bet on who will get the most hits. I was just like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bet on every team against Pirates. I'll probably get like $3,000 from this.
So much money. But at the same,
no, you bet $20 on every single their games. You'll probably get like $3,000 out of it. Somehow.
In the end, I mean, yeah, they're gonna lose a whole bunch.
Yeah, so you just gotta put
that big of winnings because they're severe underdogs. The Pirates.
I know, yeah. You just kind of have to like pick and choose which ones they win too, because they're gonna win some of them. Because it's like 168 game season or something like that.
So they're not gonna go 168 or something like
that. I don't think any of the teams could possibly go without a win.
Normally, the lowest ranked team has around 60-ish wins, I think.
Oh.
60 is kind of like the area for the worst.
So all I have to say is Pirates gonna get less than that, because Pittsburgh.
That's normally the range for that.
Mm-hmm. So are we predicting they're at least gonna get 20 wins, or are they gonna get 60 wins?
To be honest, I don't think they're gonna be the worst team.
Yeah.
Because the Bats they've been going right now. They have against you, Darvish. We lost 6-2, Padres. But then you take Blake Snell, who's supposed to be really, really, really good. Went to the World Series last year with Tampa Bay Rays. Mm-hmm. We beat them. He got out in the first inning. That's how good the Pirates were swinging at the start. 3 runs in the first inning. He didn't even go the whole inning.
They're a very good starting team.
50-something pitches for him in the first inning.
Yeah.
Not even the whole first inning. They took him out. So we'll see what happens with Musgrove. I know it's 1-0 right now. Polanco hit a home run in the second inning.
Yeah.
Still 1-0. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the funny thing is there was a news story actually from our high school. That was funny. I was like, how the heck did the softball team get on the news story? Well, this freaking score was 25-22. I thought they were playing a set in volleyball. I thought, dude.
They just kept in.
Imagine this. You hear the score of 25-22, and the volleyball guys go, and the volleyball people go, was that a volleyball game, or was that a volleyball set, or was that a softball game? Can't really tell. Because then again, it would have been 1-0 sets. I'm kidding. I'm messing around. I got a game tomorrow, boy. We got to play West York. Oh God. The fact that we have such a young team, like literally every other team, like you'll hear Northeastern and all them, it'll be senior, junior. Our team, senior, junior, sophomore. Hey, it would have been funny if all of a sudden there's just like freshman.
Yeah, and your starters, the freshman number 10, the freshman number 13, the freshman number 20.
No, it would be sophomore number 10. Sophomore number 10. Number 10's already taken.
Freshman.
On number 12, even though my one friend took 17 from me, and I'm actually mad at that. Like every time they say 17, I literally turn my head to the ref going, what? But and then I look down at my shirt. Oh, wait, I'm 12. But what can you do about that? So funny. Oh, well.
Looks like
what else do we have? Anything?
Trade deadline. That was Monday.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I got the deets on that.
NBA.
NFL trade deadline. The best hockey day of the year has come and gone. Monday, April 12th. The deadline was 3 p.m. and we had a flurry of deals coming at 3 p.m. They still let it happen. No, I think they call in. You call in at 3, but we haven't heard. You don't hear for like 3:45. I remember a couple of years ago, no one heard until like 5 o'clock about one trade. And you're like, what the? This wasn't a good trade, but and there are some good trades going on. One of the most notable, Taylor Hall to Boston. Like the Sabres traded. They got a second and Bjork, and the Bruins got Curtis Lazar, Taylor Hall. Probably okay. The biggest deal coming at like just right at 3 o'clock, probably right at the deadline. Didn't hear about it till like 3:45-ish, I'm gonna say. Capital was overpaid. Definitely overpaid. They traded Verona, Ponick, Richard Ponick, a first and a second for one guy. That guy is Anthony Mantha. Now let me just put this in perspective. Verona is younger than Mantha. Verona had 4 more points than Mantha. Verona, Ponick, first and a second round pick gets traded for Mantha.
That seems right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he played his first game with the Capitals last night. Mantha scored a goal and got an assist. That just might be, you just got to see how it is over time. Another big factor was he's got term left.
Yeah.
Pretty cheap deal on some term. I don't know about Mantha and all that. I do know. I mean, I don't know about Verona in that. I know Verona, I thought, was a better player. And the fact that they traded Verona a first, a second, and Ponick. Ponick was a cap dump with a second, so there's the cap dump right there. But essentially, it's like Verona and a first for Mantha. That's insane.
Yeah.
Detroit, I think, they kind of stole that deal. That's all I have to say about that. But the Penguins made one trade Monday morning at 1:30. Well, it's like 1 a.m. 1 a.m.
Yeah.
They trade for Jeff Carter of the LA Kings, the 36-year-old who's got a year left after this year on his contract. He's probably going to retire then. He's already said that he's going to be playing next year.
Yeah.
With Malkin, Kapanen, and Tanev all still hurt. Yeah. He's slotting it right now like the number 2 center, I believe, in practice, alongside Jared McCann and Jason Zucker.
Yeah.
No, you got Bluger, Aston Reese, and blanking on the third one. I know the fourth line's still but then Freddie Gaudreau, who's done real good coming up from the Taxi Squad AHL. He got hurt. He's week to week.
Oh, boy.
Malkin and Kapanen are supposed to be back. GM Ron Hextall said by the end of the season. 2 weeks, about 10 to 14 days for Kapanen. Malkin, they said, should be back before the end of the season. And then Tanev, the energy guy, the fastest skater, the most hits on the team, will probably not be back by the end of the regular season. So it'll be interesting. But this team's done really good. The Penguins have definitely done really good without some of these key players that are lined up. And, you got to think what happens when they get all these players back. Are they just going to be like, sit back, like, they don't. We got these players back. We don't have to do as much as we did. Or are they going to keep going? Add those players, become good. Because right now, they have about a 99% chance to make the playoffs after the Flyers blundered their chance.
Oh, yeah. But Flyers went like this, ready? The beginning of the season. And then,
they're 6 out of 8.
After the St. Paddy's Day massacre.
Yeah. So pretty much they were doing a little something at the deadline, not too much. Yeah. I'll tell you, this was probably the most boring deadline we've had in a while. They said this amount of stuff happening in a while, and it was a shorter season, so there's not like, oh, this guy's opening this guy. You don't have all that time before normally February to get your trades and stuff in. But all in all, I think the Penguins did pretty good. Not really interrupting what Hextall said. Chemistry of the team.
Yeah.
Not many people understand how that affects, but like you got guys who know each other. And if you're being a good chemistry guy, that's going to help you a good bit.
Yeah.
But imagine if you bring in 4 new guys, take out 2 or 3 guys who are already on your team. You got to get to know them, see how you're playing. It might take a while, and we don't have that long before the playoffs are going to start at the end of the month.
Yep. And that's exactly kind of like soccer, where you have 11 guys on the pitch and field. Soccer field. And so if you bring in like several new guys, like if you trade guys and you're trying to build up a team and you trade guys, you rarely see like bigger teams start to trade like 50 different players because they want to keep that chemistry, but they also want to add a player and then plan to back that player up, like back some players up on the starting 11, start pushing them out, getting them away, and then bringing in the new squad. But they like slowly do it. Like you slowly add players in and everything. And I understand the chemistry part. So
it's not like an EA Sports where you can build a team off free agents.
Oh no.
Just take a whole new guy. And that's what made the Vegas team. That team was so crazy how good they were because they're an expansion team.
They kind of just came from like all different every different spots.
It's a rare instance of them just clicking right away. Getting to the Stanley Cup final, beaten by the Capitals, which was a shame, but
I do have to say Fleury was very good that season too. He is just a beast in goal.
Well, another thing about the trade deadline is why there might not have been so much is that there is an expansion draft coming up for the Seattle team that will play next season in the fall of 2021. So there's an expansion draft. So GMs are looking at it like we have to expose all these players. We don't want to trade for a lot for a guy who just might get taken to Seattle anyway,
Yeah. Yes.
And sometimes you can make deals like I'll give you a first round pick if you take this guy instead of this guy. But that's still a lot to take.
Yeah. And with adding a new team, it's going to be tough for several teams because, I mean, when they start to look at different players, you kind of have to start bargaining with them a little bit, but you also got to start kind of saying, okay, if I actually have to lose this guy, who do I bring in for that person to keep this team going?
Yeah.
Or like to make up him missing. What person do I have to put in that similar play style that fits into with the team? Who needs to go in there to be like maybe they pick a defender from a team that's important to them. Maybe they have to look for that guy again. Maybe they try to take one of their other players and put him in and start it that way. But so that's my take on some of the expansion.
There's a little strategy to go along with it. You maybe expose some of the older guys. So, keep the younger guys, expose all the older guys. So, like, you got like 30-something-year-olds that they have to pick from.
Yeah.
They're not going to be as good. Seattle's probably going to want to try and get the younger guys.
Yeah. I mean,
kind of like what Vegas did. They did a mix, I'd say. Veterans and stuff.
Yeah. The best thing to do is kind of have a mix on your first year because you got some veteran players and you got some younger players. And if the veterans have like clicked before, like probably can deal with being taken away from a team, and like the younger guys, like some veterans can, some veterans can't. It depends. But I mean, with the younger guys, you kind of want younger guys too because if they haven't played too much or they played through a season, they're not like exactly click. Like if they click with the team, they click with the team. But you also can just take them away because it's like 1 year, and if they're not really too big on the team, then you just take that and you use them to your advantage there. So that's also a thought. But yeah, I have one more thing I wanted to hit on though. We're coming to the end. I'm thinking we soon ended here, but big thing just happened. But we'll start with the things. So I haven't done anything with soccer except for the jerseys, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start introducing a little more soccer, getting a little bit more sports in here. But for right now, we'll add soccer. We'll try to add some others, and so we have a big thing here. So we're gonna go through the games of the Champions League. Yes, I haven't been commentating on it, but the teams that were left were PSG versus Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals, Chelsea versus Porto. We have Liverpool versus Real Madrid, and we have Dortmund versus Man City. Adam, you will be happy to hear Man City have moved on to the semifinals. They have beat Dortmund in 4-2 aggregate score. They just beat them 2-1 today.
Today? Mm-hmm. So when do they play next?
They play Tuesday, April 27th.
Right.
Doesn't say the date. That's the two last ones. And so Liverpool and Real Madrid. Real Madrid won 3-1 on the first game, and they tied 0-0 in this game. But sometimes the score doesn't reflect the things. But I mean, all respects to Liverpool. They haven't been the same team that they had a few years ago. They don't have a few guys, but I mean, they need a new fresh look again. But they're not. They're still a big high contender there. We have Chelsea versus Porto. Chelsea lost 1-0 today, but on aggregate they won 2-1. So they pulled it out in the first game. They lost this one game, but here's the big game. Please, drumroll, please. PSG versus Bayern Munich. The first game was won 3-2 by PSG. And now we have it here. The second game is now bringing that aggregate score to 3-3. But on away goals, PSG has won and moves on to play Man City in the semifinals. It is now officially that the champions of last year, the defenders of the cup, have now been eliminated. So it is anybody's game. But the matchups you will be having for your semifinals in leg 1 of 2 is Real Madrid versus Chelsea and PSG versus Man City.
Monster.
It'll be Aaron versus Adam. Who will win? Let's go. Man City versus PSG. Comment down below. Are you with Aaron or are you with Adam? Man City or PSG? Mbappe or Aguero?
Aguero.
Okay, so yeah, I mean that's gonna be a cool matchup, PSG versus Man City. But we gotta sing the Steel Man what?
Steel Man. Were you wanting me to say anthem?
Yes,
Steel
please.
Man.
Anthem.
Steel Man.
And please make
Steel
sure
Man.
make sure that subscribe button is white, not red, and make sure that notification bell is on all. We will make sure to also
Stay
say
strong,
stay strong, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.